So we came to the farm, and you can't go to a farm and live without food. So we got these bananas. These are ripe.
Yeah.
We got like 5 of these. How many are we taking with us?
5.
About 5 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and every time you come here, there's something. There's something you can either sell or you can eat, and it's coming straight from the farm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, let me try one of these and see. Hey, looks sweet. It is so sweet.
And see, this one is very big.
Wow. Yeah. The problem with this banana there is that the price is so low. Like this one here, they were offering us 180 shillings.
And it carries almost 100 pieces.
Yes. And each one of these in Nairobi is 10 shillings, but they want to buy at the farm for 180 shillings. How many bananas are there?
Not fair at all.
Not fair.
Kuna nimenunua yangu ya kukula. Niliuziwa 300. Ya Keganda.
Keganda, that's different. Yeah. These are very sweet. Yeah. Tusaidiane tupeleke kule.
Yeah.
Okay. Time to take the harvest back to Nairobi. Or Machakos. I'm going to Machakos, not Nairobi. Yeah. You enda uchukue ingine pale.
Wapi?
Up. Yeah. Okay. Password. Don't look at the password. Don't look at the password. Okay. Yeah, so today I'm going to walk with you. I'm going to do my usual morning walk. I'm going to walk with you, and today I think I'm going to walk to the shrine and try to climb that hill all the way up. We might even say a prayer or two as we go. So let's see. We know how many steps we did when we come back. We're starting at 0 from my phone. Okay, let's do that. The weather is beautiful today. It's cool. This is supposed to be the cold season in Kenya. But cold, I don't know, is that what they call cold here? Is not extremely cold. It's just, I would say somewhere around maybe 65 degrees, which is very comfortable to walk. And I'm a little bit tired. I had a long day yesterday in Embu. Drove back last night. Took another 4 hours to come back home. Slept late. Trying to watch a few videos and chilling here. Things looking up. So anyway, I hope that will go as we walk. I've sweated out. All right, let's go and climb the mountain. Birds chirping, you can hear them all over the place. And at the occasional snake every now and then. Not many, but every now and then you might see one around here, especially around this area. Yeah, I've seen only one in the last maybe 1 month, a baby little snake. So I assume the mother is somewhere around. Yeah. So that's Mombasa Road. I don't know whether we can zoom in and see some vehicles traveling along Mombasa Road towards there's a rat. So that rat? Okay. Yeah, that's Mombasa Road. Those vehicles are traveling towards Nairobi and towards Mombasa. It's walking distance. Sometimes I walk all the way down there and come back. We are somebody's developing a big hotel over there, the yellow one. It's been under construction for a minute. It looks like they're getting ready to open it. It's going to make life for me a little bit easier. For me, when I want a drink, I can just go up there and get my Tusker beer and walk back or whatever. I hope they're going to have a nice restaurant over there. Yeah. So it seems like we have visitors at the the shrine today. This is a public bus. It must have brought some worshippers and people want to go to the shrine, and I can see them climbing up already. This one says it's a Mutito Sharo. I don't know where that is. It's probably Mutito which is Mutito is what? About 3 hours drive from where we are. Where I'm walking now is steep. It doesn't look like it is, but I'm beginning to feel it. As a matter of fact, I think I need to take my jacket off. I am already sweating. Let's do that without getting naked. Okay, let's do this. Ooh. I am already sweating and breathing heavy, and we have not started the journey. I don't know whether we can zoom the camera here to where we are going. We can probably do that. Can you zoom? I think we can zoom it. So that's the Shrine of Mercy, and we are going to where those 3 rocks, those big 3 rocks are. That's where we are going. Here's a journey. Whew. Yeah. So this is the parking area for visitors when they come here, like around Easter. All this parking space here is filled with vehicles. So there's a big thing going on in this community, and it's open every day. It's a 7-day week kind of engagement with the community, and especially the Catholic Church, which I am a member of. Wait, I forgot to bring water, and I forgot to bring money, so I can't even buy water. Nairobi is beyond those hills over there.
Repeat.
Nairobi is beyond those hills over there. I don't know whether we can see them at the background, all the way down there. It's about what? 30 minutes to CBD from where we are. Yeah. A few years ago, I would say like 25 years ago, there was nothing here. There was wildlife, there were gazelles, zebras, giraffes, but I've seen some serious transformation in a very short time, where those animals don't exist here anymore. People live where they were, and I keep wondering where they went. Although the Nairobi National Park is not too far away, the national park is about, I would say you can get there in about 20 minutes. So we also have a school here, Kalimali Primary School. That's where all the kids go. 1st grade through 8th grade. This is a day school. So the kids from around here, most of them walk over there, because most of them are just from the community. And I see them walking in the morning and the evening. Yeah, which is what I did when I was growing up. I used to walk from my mother's house to school. Sometimes it took an hour. Yeah, depending on how I felt. But the school, when I'm serious, it would take me only around 30 minutes. We have people selling some things over here. I did not bring any money. We have groceries.
You have everything?
You have everything over here. And I did not know you were here.
I was here.
Hmm?
I was here.
What time are you leaving?
When these ones will leave,
When they are finished. You don't live too far, so I'll go and get some money and come and buy something.
you're living where?
Hey,
Hapa Makutano?
this house is right here.
Where?
Hapa tu. Hapa karibu tu.
Upande huu ile nyumba.
Hapa hivi, niteremka hivi.
Ukiteremka mpaka mwisho wa hii
Hapana.
barabara.
Ukitoka kwa hii shamba, hiyo shamba. So, here we are, beginning the journey. This is it. Huh? Yeah, I'll come and say hello to him on my way down. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So it says welcome over here, and they have made, we follow that path. And over here it says, Jesus, I trust in you. And it looks like they have removed some of the writings around here. So, going this way. To Jesus through Mary. That rock, that's what it says over here. And then we have, his mother said, do whatever he tells you. John 2 verse 5. Do whatever he tells you. So yeah, the ways of the cross. This artwork was done by Mr. Kariuki from Nanyuki. And you can see there's somebody worshiping over there. And let's keep on going. Whew. If we zoom in, you can tell we are climbing by, remember the hotel I mentioned earlier? The yellow one is all the way down there. And now you can see, you can tell we are on a up in the mountain. Now you're able to see also the community a little bit better. All the developments that have happened around. And I'm sweating like, oh, pig. The higher we go, the better the view. Look at all that. Peaceful. Quiet. Beautiful place to live. Cows grazing all the way down there. Goats. Farmers doing their thing. We are about to conquer. It's inside now. It's right over there. The end is on. It's right here. We can make it. We will make it. Where? Okay. Let me see if I can jog. I'm going to kill myself jogging. Nope. Oh. Mm. Well, we are almost there. That's a few more steps. So this is what we got today. God is merciful all the time. Witness of mercy. Revelations 14:1-5. Revelations 22:12-21. Pray with Jesus. John 17:20-26. 20-26. Okay, we have these here. Who are these? St. Joseph Big Cotengo, Father of Poor, Italy, 1786. Okay. And then we have Camilla's de Lilies. This will speak. Will do well. Saint John, Marie, Fanny, France. Why don't we have Africa? I'm kind of disappointed. I'm sure be seeing somebody from Africa. Mother Teresa. The fruit of silence is prayer. The fruit of prayer is faith. The fruit of faith is love. The fruit of love is service. The fruit of service is peace. Mother Teresa. The Mother Teresa of Calcutta. He said, one person I know did a lot for mankind was Mother Teresa. Then we have Don Tonio Bello, Italy. Then we have another Italian over here. Saint Padre Pio da Pietrelcina. Pray, hope, and don't worry. Worry is useless. God is merciful and He will hear your prayer. Finally, my hero, Maurice Cardinal Otunga, servant of God, Kenya, born in Kenya in 1923, passed on in 2003. And this is his prayer. Oh God, you granted your servant Maurice Michael Otukano Otunga the grace to be an exemplary pastor at the service of the church, making him a symbol of humility and love for the people, for the poor and less fortunate, the poor and less fortunate. Let's start again. Oh God, you granted your servant Maurice Michael Cardinal Otunga to be an exemplary pastor at the service of the church, making him a symbol of humility and love the poor and less fortunate in the society, while denying and detaching himself from the pleasures of the world. Grant, we beseech thee, that we may also learn to respond faithfully to the demands of the Christian vocation, converting all moments and circumstances of our life into opportunities of loving you and your neighbors with joy and kindness, and of serving the kingdom of God with humility. We humbly request you to grant your servant Cardinal Otunga a share in the glory, or heaven, which is promised to those who have served you well. Through his intercession, bless the church, our country, our families, and children, and grant us the favors we humbly request. Christ our Lord. Amen. Here, he did a lot for the Kenyan community, Cardinal Otunga. Yep. So this is the sanctuary of our church over here, like you can see. This is where Mass is held. And we sit on these pews over here, which are constructed permanently down there. Yeah. All right. Did I say I'll make it to the 3 big stones? Here we are. I'm going to make it. I don't believe in failure. I don't believe in saying I'll do one thing and I don't do it. Fever! Fever! Made it! Yeah! Fever! Yeah, we made it to the top of the mountain. Yeah, I can see my house all the way down there. I can see my neighbors, all of them. Yeah. Around here. Yeah, and there's a lot of construction going on. I'm expecting to get more neighbors. Standards. Yeah. That's a school there. That's a high school over there. That's our high school over there. Not far from here is Concert Technopolis, somewhere down there. It's going to be the Silicon Valley of Africa. That's what they say. I don't know. But I know there's a construction right there. And we're not too far from them. And there's a lot of farming activity going on the other end over there. And I love this cactus. Look at this cactus. How old is this cactus? Wow. I am going to grow one and hope one day it will be this beautiful and big. That's a beautiful cactus. Yeah, so some of you might ask, why did I leave this beautiful country over here, beautiful as it is? And I'll tell you why. We have visited where I was born and raised, where I grew up, where I went to school, high school, primary school, even kindergarten. We visited that. So after high school, I did quite well. But my intention was to become a lawyer in this country. And at that time, there was only one university in this country. All kids were competing to go to that one university, and I was not admitted. and I really wanted to get a higher education. So without telling my parents, I decided I'm going to look for a school, a university elsewhere. If I can't get it in Kenya, I'll find it somewhere. So fortunately for me, I knew one person in the US, and I asked them how it works, how you get admitted to the US, and they told me how to apply for a university down there. And I was able to contact the university. They sent me an application form, which I filled for Keene University. Back then it used to be called Keene College of New Jersey. It was in Union County, in Elizabeth, New Jersey. So I applied for admission, and I was admitted. At that time, immediately after high school, I got a job at the Attorney General's office over here, where I worked for about 2 years. So I was able to afford doing these things without involving my father, because I already knew my father was not going to accept me going to the US, because there was rumor that people who went to the US never came back. And a good example they used to give back then is the people who went, like Obama's father, that age, who were airlifted by, it used to be called the Tomboya Airlift, which went to the US. And a lot of the students who went to the US took their time before they came back to Kenya. And our parents back then believed that a family is a close-knit unit, and all members should be all the time together. So anyway, I knew my father would be saying I would not be going, and that's the reason why I decided I'm going to apply for my own college. So I applied for my college, and I was admitted. I went to the Kenyan immigration. I got my passport, and now I'm ready to go to the US. But I have a big problem, a huge one. Parental blessings to go in the first place, and that was a key factor. And the other one was money. I did not have the money to buy an air ticket. I did not have the money to go to college. I'm not going to be on scholarship. I was going to be a foreign student. So now the job started of convincing my parents to go. And the first day they said, absolutely not. You are not going anywhere, my son. You already have a career. You can work at the Attorney General's office, and you can promote yourself. You can get more education through correspondence. My father was an accountant, and he had got his accountancy through correspondence. I think he used to go, what was the name of? Something Oxford, something in London, and that's how he got to be an accountant or a bookkeeper, whatever it was. So he was encouraging me to do the same thing. But I said, nope, I'm going. And back in the day, it's not like today where our kids are able to even have a discussion with you about what they want to do or not want to do. That generation of my parents was one which believed, I tell you what to do, I am your father or mother, and you just do what I say. So I refused to do so, and I kept on pushing and pushing. It got to a point where I had to involve my uncles. So I saw merchandise everywhere. That time, it was not very hard to sell merchandise in New York, in the streets. As a matter of fact, the police, they would buy from you. Everybody was, encouraging that it's okay to sell merchandise in the street because we were not too many. And they were even encouraging us, knowing where we are coming from, because we always used to tell them the stories of Africa, the stories of struggle, the stories of how we wound up in the US, and we got some real good customers. But over time, it became a little bit complicated now, because a lot of people started pouring into the street, and you go to every street and you find us and many other people from all over, especially Africa and South American countries, Mexico especially, Bolivia, all those places. So we became so many of us as vendors in the street. And I remember that time was when Mayor Koch of New York was the mayor of New York. And I remember him giving an interview on one of the TV channels, and he was explaining or sympathizing with us, the people who were selling in the streets without licenses and actually congesting the streets. And he gave a story of, and I don't know whether it's somewhere online, his name was Mayor Edward Koch of New York. He gave a story about how they immigrated, I think from Israel. He was Jewish, and how his parents migrated to New York, and I think it was in the 30s when there was a Great Depression, and everybody was hawking something, everybody was selling something. And he gave his story of how he saw his parents doing that, and how he was actually educated in the top lawyer he became, and eventually the mayor of New York, and that was as a result of having come from the street. So he was quite sympathetic. But then on the other end, you could see the problem that was getting into New York, and the streets were completely congested. I can say that for sure, and I can say I was 100% a participant. I have been everywhere. I have been chased all over by the police and whoever needed to chase us. So anyway, over time, the city council or the cities came with a resolution that something had to be done, and a task force was formed, and that task force was to clean the streets out. We had to go. So they came with a task force. They were calling it the Alpha Squad, I remember. And they had these 2 big trucks. I remember I was one of the victims. I think I was one of the first victims to be arrested on, I think it was on 6th Avenue and 56th Street, just around Rockefeller Center. Because they just showed up. We didn't know there was such an operation going on, and they came over there and they took my stuff, all of it, and threw it in the truck. That time they were not arresting us; they were just taking the merchandise, and they just took it. They would take it, and then it would be auctioned for. I don't know what the city was doing with the money when they auctioned that stuff. But now we became a little smarter. We continued selling the stuff, and instead of setting up a lot of merchandise, because now there's a risk of losing it all, you put a few, you sell, you pull another one, you hide in your basket of somewhere, you go and pull another one, you sell one, you pull another one. That went on for a while. So they jacked the pressure up. Now they'll take your merchandise and they'll arrest you, okay? And they'll put you through the system of New York for having committed a low class misdemeanor. That's a misdemeanor because you have not done anything any criminal. You're just trying to survive. So they will take us, and you go through the court system. The judge will come, and he will give you a sentence. The sentence was always community service. So they set up a community service program where all the people doing these petty things would go and serve this community. So we used to clean the parks, we used to clean the streets. Where the saddest part is you'll be wearing a vest that says convict at the back, right? And you are there, right there in Times Square with a big, you're pulling trash and you're doing all kinds of things. And then I think I was the only Kenyan brave enough to do stuff like that. So my fellow Kenyans would see me around and they'll think I'm a criminal. And seriously. Okay, so guys, I told you we're going to count the steps. And we are back home after the walk. It was a very nice walk. And let's see how many steps. 6,272. Yep, that's pretty good. 6,000. Okay. Whew. I need some water. Maji.